Part 3. Alright, part 3 is hardening off your seedlings. And that's where I'm going right now. I am hardening off my seedlings at the farm, which means I have to go get them. They have been outside for 8 hours. So now I have to pick them up. Okay, in part 2, we were talking about planting seeds, and you can do it in one of two ways. You can direct seed them, or plant them inside and then transplant them outside. I'm doing both. The direct seeded plants are in the garden, and they're growing at the rate that they want to. When it's warm enough for that seed, it'll wake up and start growing. Alright, and the plants that I'm hardening off are eggplants, a couple flowers, and some tomatoes. And they are tender, so they need to be in a slightly warmer environment. So you have to wait to plant them until your last frost date. When you're hardening them off to be planted outdoors, you need to expose them to wind and cold and heat, not necessarily in that order, so that their stems can get stronger, so they won't be as shocked when they move outdoors permanently. They've been growing in your nice cozy home, so they're not used to the elements yet. So for the first day, you're going to take all of your little seedlings on a tray of some kind. I've also used boxes, something to carry all of them. It'll just make it easier. And you're going to take all of your little seedlings in a box or a tray or something, take them all over to a shady spot, and you are going to leave them outside for 1 hour. You can do 2 if you want to. I just start with 1. And that first day, 1 hour in the shade, take it back inside. The second day, you're going to do 2 hours, or just double it from the previous day. Do that for a couple days. Once you get up to 10 hours outside, you can move your seedlings to a dappled sun location, which means under a tree, so some of the beams of light are coming through, so your seedlings can get used to some dappled sun. You're going to do the same thing for a few days under that dappled sun location. Once you get to 12 hours outside, you can leave your seedlings outside all the time, but under that dappled shade tree. Once they're outside 24/7, you can start exposing them to the direct sunlight a little bit at a time. I like to, again, start with 1 or 2 hours and then just work my way up from there. I do it in a very long fashion because I've had transplants get shocked and flop over and die. It's very sad because you've done all that work, coaxing your little seeds to life and nurturing them, only to have the sun be too much for their delicate constitutions. So, when I'm hardening off my seedlings, I do it gently and over the course of almost 2 weeks. There are faster ways to do it. You're welcome to research those on your own. I like to take my time and make sure that the little transplants are well acclimated. So I'm on my way to go pick them up right now. And yeah, that's part 3 of starting your farm. I'm gonna go right into part 4, but just to refresh, part 1, find your space. Part 2, pick your seeds. And plant them indoors if you're going to. Step 3, harden off those little seedlings. And we're going to go right into step 4, which is mapping. So you can go right on over to the next video.